subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Now, over the past few days, the Supreme Court Bar Association, that is SCBA, seems to have landed itself in a controversy. The entire debate began with a proposal for elevation of Supreme Court lawyers to high courts as judges. But to really understand this entire dispute, we'll have to look into how high court judges are actually appointed right now and then get into what the concerns raised so far are. So in today's KYC episode, I will do exactly that and explain you the entire controversy. So now here's what actually happened. The Supreme Court Bar Association, I'll refer to it as SCBA throughout the video, issued a communication on 8th June claiming that Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana has agreed to their representation on elevation of top court lawyers to high court judgeship. It said that CJI Ramana has requested the Chief Justices as well, Chief Justices of the High Courts, to consider lawyers practicing in the Supreme Court for elevation to their respective High Courts. The communication also said that the Executive Committee of the SCBA is constituting a 7-member search committee to facilitate this entire process by identifying deserving and meritorious Supreme Court practitioners. And besides this, the communication went a step ahead and said that while being professionally more meritorious than their colleagues at the High Court, the Supreme Court lawyers lose out on such judgeship opportunities in the High Court. Now, apart from the technical concerns about this proposal that I will tell you more about later in this video, this last bit seems to have really irked High Court lawyers. Several High Court Bar Associations have taken offense at the SCBA, stating that SC lawyers are more meritorious than the lawyers that who practice in the High Courts. Now, apart from this, to elaborate on other concerns raised by High Court lawyers on this proposal, first let us understand how High Court judges are actually appointed in India. Now, Article 270 of the Constitution talks about appointment and conditions of office of a High Court judge. It empowers the President to appoint every High Court judge after consultation with the Chief Justice of India, the Governor of the state, and the Chief Justice of the High Court. The Supreme Court has ruled consultation here to mean concurrence, so it is the judiciary actually that gets an upper hand in this entire process. And as per subclause 2 of Article 217, among other things, a person may be appointed as a High Court judge if they have been a judicial officer for at least 10 years or if they have been a High Court lawyer for at least 10 years. Now, as per the Memorandum of Procedure, which lays down the entire procedure for appointment of judges, a High Court Collegium starts this process, sends its recommendations regarding appointment of judges to the Centre as well as the Supreme Court Collegium, but the SC Collegium can clear names only after it receives proposals from the government following the candidates' background checks by the government. The Supreme Court as well as the High Court Collegiums, as we know, comprise of the Chief Justice respectively, along with 2 senior most judges of the court. And once the Supreme Court Collegium also approves the names, the files are sent back to the Law Ministry for their notification. This is the procedure in short. And as per a 1993 judgment, which is also known as the Second Judge's Case, the proposal for appointment of Supreme Court judges must be initiated by the Chief Justice of India, and for the High Court judges, it must be initiated by the Chief Justice of the High Court. The High Court Chief Justice is also required to assert in the views of at least 2 senior most judges of that court, as I mentioned before, and incorporate their views on in the recommendation. That's how the collegium system essentially works. And this is what the Memorandum of Procedure also takes into account when it lays down the entire procedure. This is what it is in short, as per the Constitution, as per the Supreme Court, as per the Memorandum of Procedure. Now, here are the issues with the SCBA proposal. SCBA has formed a search committee of sorts, as I told you, but the current process of appointment of judges does not envisage the role of a private entity like the SCBA in the entire process. Of course, there are always informal discussions that happen whenever a Supreme Court lawyer is to be appointed as a High Court judge. There have been a very few instances in the past, like Justice Ravindra Bhatt, for example. There's also the issue of initiating the entire process. Like I mentioned, it should be done by the Chief Justice of the High Court. We also don't know whether the committee will select the names of lawyers for elevation to forward to the CJI, who will in turn send them to the High Court Chief Justice, or whether they'll send it to the High Court Chief Justice directly. There's no clarity on these things. So now, of course, several lawyers associations have written to the CJI and even to SCBA President Vikas Singh, raising objections to the proposal. They've criticized it, saying that it violates the procedure that the Constitution, the Supreme Court and the Memorandum of Procedure have all come together to lay down. Specifically, the Advocates Association in Bangalore has raised an even more innovative demand. Now, just like Article 217 talks about appointment of High Court judges, Article 124 talks about the Supreme Court. And while talking about the qualifications for a Supreme Court judge, it specifically mentions that they have to be someone who, they can also be someone who has been a High Court lawyer for at least 10 years. So the Advocates Association in Bangalore now said that Article 217 specifically talks about primarily considering members of the bar who are actively practicing in the High Court for judgeship. As against this, they pointed out that Article 124 talks about appointment of High Court lawyers as Supreme Court judges. So they're turning the argument around and demanding that the CJI should also consider elevation of lawyers practicing in the Karnataka High Court as Supreme Court judges. Of course, we don't know yet if that's going to happen, but all the criticism did elicit a response from SCBA President Vikas Singh. He issued a clarification on 13 June, specifically on his statement about Supreme Court lawyers being more meritorious. And he said that this statement was made just for the limited purpose of ensuring that they are considered for elevation by the High Court collegiums on an equal footing basis, and that he clarified that there was no intention whatsoever to cast aspersions on the lawyers practicing in different high courts. So that's where we are right now. This is Apurva Mandhani for The Print. Do follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos.